we accidentally stumbled on a controversy that I want to get into right now because I didn't even think it was controversial, but apparently it is. I never thought there was even a discussion about this, but people have lost their minds on it. And let me just make it clear once and for all. The question was, is chocolate candy or is it separate from candy? And let me just say unequivocally, did I use that right? I did. You're welcome, everybody. I said it real slow because I thought I was going to mess it up. But unequivocally, guys, chocolate is separate from candy. Now, there is chocolate candy. M&M is a chocolate candy. But there are candy bars, Snickers, Three Musketeers, Butterfinger, and there are chocolate bars that just say chocolate bar on it. Chocolate is not you can have chocolate candy, yes, but it is separate. It is a separate thing. Where I shop, it says candy and then chocolate. Two separate things. Skittles, candy. M&M's, chocolate candy. Because it's chocolate with it says it, candied shell. Candied shell. Chocolate with a candied shell. It is a chocolate candy. Those two things can exist. But it is separate, everybody. Unquestionably separate. Because you pick it up. If it's a chocolate bar, it says chocolate bar. Because it's just chocolate. No candy. I don't even know and there are candy bars. People are like, oh yeah, dude, just read it. It says candy bar. You're right. There are candy bars because a Snickers has caramel, nougat, nut, and chocolate. Candy bar. An M&M peanut M&M has peanuts, chocolate, candy shell. Candy. Yo, dude, when you go and you get a 78% dark chocolate bar, it is chocolate. It doesn't say dark chocolate candy bar. It doesn't. There's no discussion about this. They are two separate things. Chocolate, it comes from cacao, which sounds like the noise they made in Three Amigos. And for those of you who don't get that reference, get your shit together and go watch Three Amigos. Just a genuinely hilarious movie. Even you're like, these three dudes, this is an old movie. Yes. Three Amigos still holds up. It is such a ridiculous movie. There are a couple for you people who are younger that you should see. Let me just jump out of chocolate versus candy for a second. Three Amigos holds up. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Guys, if you haven't seen Planes, Trains, if you're not familiar with John Candy, get into that. That dude is pure genius comedy. So I would say this is off the top of my head now, because I'll tell you some movies that don't hold up. Animal House. It doesn't hold up. It was a different time. That stuff was crazy back then. I don't know how much, and some people are going to hate me for this. I don't know how much John Belushi holds up now, because he was kind of zany and crazy for the time. But now you're like, yeah, dude, I see that guy on my TikTok feed all the time, but he's eating scorpions and sticking hot dogs in his butthole. Like the crazy dude, right? So I'm not diminishing John Belushi, but I just don't know how much what he was doing on SNL or the zaniness holds up. And I would tell you also, if you haven't seen Tommy Boy, Chris Farley holds up. That shit holds up to today. I'm just going to give you those three. Tommy Boy, go watch it. Planes, Trains, go fucking watch it. Three Amigos, I would say out of the three would be the last one to watch. But if you're not familiar with the first two, go do it. Go do it. Back to chocolate and candy. things like Skittles, if I said to you, hey man, get me some candy, and you brought me back a chocolate bar, I'd be like, hey, fuck you. Where's the candy? There's such a huge difference. And somebody said to me on Halloween, when you go out and get candy, right? So whatever gets put in the bag is candy. Okay, cool. Sometimes people put pencils in there. Some people put apples. Apples. Is apple now a candy because someone dropped it in your bag on Halloween? Somebody said to me, yeah, but at the movie theater, you just go up to the counter, you get candy. So anything at the counter is candy. Okay, so popcorn is candy now? Is that what you're telling me? The nachos they sell back there are candy? No, dude. There is candy. There is chocolate. It's not even, I don't understand how we can even be discussing it. When the simple proof is just go get a chocolate bar and it says chocolate bar. And then the other stuff is in a candy aisle. So like, Matt, where are you at with this? I mean, am I wrong on the distinction between the two? Because you can have chocolate candies, but chocolate is chocolate and candy is candy.
Well, I think if there's a delineation between ingredients, because candy is sugar, essentially.
Yes.
And chocolate is its own like material.
Yes.
I'd be interested to know, like, where are you with like a chocolate that has like nuts or some type of Rice Krispie thing or something in it? Does that count as candy?
Well, then now you're talking about Nestle Crunch.
Yeah.
That is candy. It's got something else in it and probably added sugar. I would even go as far to say, if you wanted to tell me milk chocolate was a candy, I would allow it. Like a Hershey,
I wouldn't.
Like a Hershey's bar, I would understand. But I still think it's a chocolate bar. It's chocolate. That's it. It's chocolate. It doesn't have anything else in it.
I mean, chocolate's derived from the cacao.
Yeah, cacao.
Cacao.
Yeah. Wow, man. I've never heard you do a voice.
Dude, when you were talking about Three Amigos, I was just like, cacao.
Yeah. It's super fun.
Like, you can tell it's a male plane.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I don't know how we can describe it any better than we have. There is just the separation between the two. Now, Lee's argument to me, and Lee, if you don't know what Lee looks like, Lee's a little shorter than me. At one time was probably 340 pounds and probably 5'4". And still, he just self-described as a short, chubby dude. So his argument to me is, who knows more about food? I don't think that's a great argument, that you eat anything so you think you know more about food. I actually would argue the other side. I'm more discerning about what I put in my body. So I don't eat the candy, but I will eat a chocolate bar. Do you hear what I'm saying? So listen, guys, I want to know where you lie on this, but this is how I would break it down. And I'm not saying you're wrong if you disagree. I'm just saying you're not right, is what I'm saying. Hit me up with where you fall on that. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.